Every single day, something new pops up, is what I'm trying to say. A week ago, we knew nothing about Tom Mitchell was St Kilda. Now we're saying it's 100%, 90% going to be happening, right? Unless another team jumps in. The other thing I'm wondering is, because like I just said, something new happens every day. Nothing is being said about O'Meara yet or Chad Wingard. But with the way this offseason is moving and the way Hawthorn are getting rid of everyone and their dad, what do you think is going to happen to those two players? Do you think a club will be interested in them? If so, what club will that be? And what do you think that club would have to trade up to get an O'Meara or a Wingard?
It's probably not that much. Again, I think Jaeger is probably worth the same amount as Tom Mitchell, a third round pick.
And like a late
And
fourth or something.
yes, again, this is sweetener. And then Chad Wingard, oh god, it sucks, but he probably doesn't have that much value. It's not saying Wingard sucks or anything. He's a player that, he can turn on the Jets and he can be a difference maker. He can be the player that can, kick the winning goal in a finals series or something like that. He's really good, but just he hasn't had the best years at Hawthorn. So he definitely doesn't have too much trade value. So if you're selling on those players, which there's a chance I can see Wingard especially being traded, it's you're not going to get too much. What that would be, God, I'm the worst person to ask. I'm just shocking at this stuff, man. I say stuff and I'm always wrong in the AFL, as in trade predictions. I can never get it right.
Yeah.
Other predictions, I reckon I'm pretty good, but trade predictions, I'm shocking, man.
You do well, Zamet. Back yourself, mate. Come on now. You do well.
But yeah,
If you had to name a
team to be
team,
traded to.
yeah. So who could be the team? Because the difference I have with Chad Wingard is, right, I don't necessarily know how much O'Meara can add to a team because of his injuries. Then Tom Mitchell, I have question marks on because I wonder how banged up is that guy's body. I mean, he's been in and out of the contest like for years in a row now. Those inside midfielders usually get pretty banged up towards the end of their career. Look at Matt Crouch, man. He's apparently getting delisted from the Crows this year, and he's only 27. I thought Matt Crouch was like 30 or 31. Apparently, he's
Yeah,
27 years old, and it's just because these dudes get beaten and bruised up so much. But with Wingard, I actually feel like Wingard can add value to a team. If you're a team out there and you want a small forward, you can move Wingard to being that small forward. And if you told him all you got to do is add pressure and kick a goal or two a game, he's going to do it. And that's why I still feel like Wingard could be an early third round pick if they really wanted it to happen. What team that could be, though, I would assume Wingard will want to stay in Victoria. That's the same thing with O'Meara and Mitchell. I think Mitchell has obviously been drawn to the Saints, obviously, as we know. But if you were Wingard, there is a team out there that is looking for a small forward. They have said they don't really want to trade up picks this offseason. But in saying that as well, I'm not sure how much money they've got. If you were Wingard and you got told you're going to go play a valuable spot on this team, but you might have to take like some type of pay cut. We'll pay some of your salary. But this team being Carlton, would you go? Because I think Carlton desperately need a small forward, but I don't think they can afford him. That's what I'm trying to say here. I don't think Carlton can afford Wingard. They don't have much assets at all to start off with that they want to trade up. And I'm pretty sure Wingard's probably on like 600, 650 maybe. Like people
I would assume
forget.
so.
Yeah, when he came to Hawthorn, he was still like all Australian talent.
Yeah.
Dude was a good player. So in order for him to get traded, you'd assume it'd be like a team like Carlton where he might have to take less money. Do you think he'll do that? Because that's what could stop Hawthorn from getting it done.
I could see Carlton, but then I could also see in a year or two, Carlton just absolutely hating Wingard and saying, "Oh, he does nothing. He's just the luck can't have, man. They get plays and they just go to crap." And yeah, I could see that backfiring massively if they get Wingard. Um, Wingard's a hard one, honestly, but I could see Carlton looking at that the forward line. He'd probably slide right in.
Yeah.
And so just to go back to O'Meara, you said one thing injuries and stuff. Dude, he's a pretty healthy man ever since Gold
Has he?
Coast. Yeah, he's missed like I think he's his 5 seasons here, he's had like I had a look. 21, 18, 21, 21, and this year 21. Like literally, he's played like
Really?
every game. Yeah, he's
What?
healthy as.
I swear he missed the game against Richmond. I just thought this dude had been having injury issues the whole time.
Nah, he did miss one. He might have missed the Richmond game, but literally he's been so healthy
Wow.
at Hawthorn. Besides the
Wow.
first year, I think. First year he might have missed a bit, but other than that, healthy as can be.
That's shocking to me. And I think a lot of people who don't watch Hawthorn games consistently, because I swear this dude always has a niggle. Like I'll be watching the news and O'Meara's running around with a sore
His
ankle, and
knee.
I just assume this dude doesn't play.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, he's played a lot, and like
That's
it's not like
interesting.
they're good. They're not bad stats, man. Like it's he's averaged 20 disposals this year.
Yep.
Last year, last year he averaged 27 disposals, so a massive drop off. But
Wow.
he was a good player last year, and just he's had a bit of a disappointing season this year, but that is also because of the rise of Joe Newcomb.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, you honestly maybe looking at O'Meara, you could be expecting a bit more than a third round pick. But
Possibly.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Second round,
I
maybe.
just wanted to correct you about the
No,
injury thing because
that's
it's a
good.
big
I
thing
didn't
to
know. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
didn't know. I think a lot of people are very unaware of that too, so that's kind of good. Because the way people talk about him as well, he just seems like an injured dude. O'Meara is one of the guys though that I think will stay at Hawthorn. I don't know, something about him. It seems like he's got more to give to Hawthorn. Like I remember him being in captain talks like a year and a half, 2 years ago. Doesn't
Yeah.
seem like his career is finished at Hawthorn like Tom Mitchell's is, like Jack Gunston's probably is, Kyle Hardy, and etc. etc. So I'd probably see that happening. I also see Chad Wingard staying for at least another year. I don't think Hawthorn can get rid of everyone in one off season. I mean, GWS are trying to. They've got like 6 players up for trade right now. I mean, there's even been reports that teams are inquiring about Lockie Whitfield and Nick
Oh
Haynes,
wow.
which is crazy. Lockie Whitfield's on $1 million a year, like arguably the most overpaid player, I think, in AFL history. People can fight me about that. I've never been a fan of Lockie Whitfield. I've always had issues with the way he plays. And yeah, I've heard talks about that, but geez, imagine GWS. If you had to trade up Lockie Whitfield, you'd probably have to pay for half of that contract. Could you imagine paying $500,000 a season for a dude who doesn't play for you?
It's a lot of money. A
That's
lot of
how
money.
overpaid this guy is. I don't rate Lockie Whitfield a whole lot. But again, Grundy,
I think
he could
you're
be on the move too.
I think you're giving Lockie Whitfield way too
Too
much.
much hate.
Yeah, he's a good player, man. He's not worth $1 million, but he's
Yeah.
he's still worth a lot, like a bit of money, man. He's a good player.